Back in Power BI, we continue to learn DAX, and in this video, we are going to show you the new visual added to Power BI in April of 2024. It is the 100% stacked area chart. This is one that Power BI users have been waiting for a couple of years. It's been in forums, and they finally added it to the visual gallery. So if you have been in Power BI since April of 2024, you will see this. We're going to show you where it's located at. And this visual is pretty self-explanatory. It always adds up to 100%, and it allows you to see changes over time. We're going to take a look at the 100% stacked area chart from the data visualization gallery. Back in Power BI, we continue to learn DAX and data visualizations. In this video, we're going to show you the new data visualization that was released into Power BI in April of 2024. This has been asked for the last few years, and so this really can up your game with the data visualizations. First off, you can follow along and download the file by clicking on the description below. There is a link to the AdventureWorks DW 2020 file. This already has a data model built in. The model view, the sales is your fact table, and your lookup tables are the product, the date, the reseller, the customer, and the sales order. From the report view, the first thing we're going to do is create a new page. On this new page, we're going to rename it 100% stacked. So that is going to be the name. And we're going to start off with taking a look at where this visualization is located in the data visualization gallery. And then from there, we're going to show you how to create a measure and then bring that measure into the data visualization so you can actually see the 100% stacked bar chart in action. Now, first off, where it's located is in the data visualization gallery. If you click on the right arrow, you will see under the line and area, you have some different options. You have a line chart, you have an area chart, you have a stacked area chart. Those were previously in Power BI before April. In April, they added the 100% stacked area chart. And this visualization allows you to see 100% of the totals, and the overall goal of the stacked area chart is so that you can see changes across time. So that is where it is located. We're going to make one measure again, just so we can bring this into the data visual. We're going to use our old standby called total sales. From the sales table, you're going to create a new measure. We're going to call it total sales. And total sales is going to be equal to the sum. And then from the sales table, we're going to take the sales amount. So we're going to close this off with the right parentheses. Now we have our measure, total sales. That is going to be all we're going to need from a measure standpoint. Remember, the 100% stacked area chart requires three things. You need an x-axis, you need a y-axis, and then you need a legend in order to see the breakdown, so you can see the breakdown over time. So from the home menu, there's two ways you can do this. We're going to choose the 100% stacked area. We're going to make this bigger. We're going to put this in the center of the report view. And if you notice on your formatting this visual, we have the x-axis, we have the y-axis, and then we have the legend. Those are the three things that are needed for the 100% stacked area. Now for the x-axis in this example, we're going to go to the date table, and on the date table, we're going to bring in the fiscal year. Now when you click on fiscal year, nothing's actually going to happen to this stacked area chart. The next thing we're going to bring in is from the y-axis, we're going to actually bring in the number that we want to visualize, and that's going to be the measure, total sales. So now we have 2018, 2019, 2020. The total sales adds up to 100%. but we are not able to see the changes over time without seeing the legend. So for the legend, what we're going to add in here is from the sales territory, we're going to add in the country. And now we start to see the visualization kind of pop. When you click out of the data visualization, you see the different countries. You see the year 2018, 2019, 2020. And now we see the different countries and they're color coded. We see Australia as blue, and then we see Canada as dark blue. We see France as orange, Germany as a darker purple. Then you see the United Kingdom as pink, and then the United States as purple. So quickly from this stacked area chart, we can see that the total sales must equal 100%. So that is your axis. The smart tools show you the actual percentage and the totals by each year for 2020. You can see for 2019, and then you can see for 2018. But you see that the largest area of sales comes from the United States in the different countries. And this allows you to see their biggest change over time. Their share of that audience in 2018, it is getting smaller as a percentage of the 100% stacked area because some of the other areas have grown their sales in FY 2019 and FY 2020. So that is a look at how the change over time and the totals always total up to 100% each year. Now, also added in April of 2020 is some formatting options that allow you to see the lines, some different line options, and you can choose a different line style. You've got a dashed option, a solid option, and a dotted option. So if we wanted to see the Australia line options, we can make that a dashed, and we can join the type by either a round or a bevel and see a little bit more. And we can even make it a wider pixel. So those are new options as well in April of 2024. So that is the 100% stacked area chart. We're going to make a second stacked area chart. We're going to continue with total sales. But again, we're going to go to the data visualization gallery. We're going to choose 100% stacked area. And we're going to start off here. This time around, we're going to add the y-axis first so we can add in our total sales. And that, again, doesn't really change anything on the visualization. Now for the x-axis, we could see, if we wanted to see the physical quarter, we could see this broken down. So now you've got your quarters. And then for the legend, we can choose, rather than sales territory, we can choose the group. Now we start to see a little bit more broken down. You've got Europe, you've got North America, and you've got Pacific. And what you're seeing is by quarter, the breakdown up to 100% of each of these, how they contribute to that 100%. So in 2020, you start to see Europe starting to contribute. In 2018, they were a smaller percentage, and now their growth has grown in 2020. For North America, you see that their overall percentage of those total sales has decreased from 2018 to 2020 by the total sales. And that is how you take a look at the x-axis, the y-axis, and the change over time. Now remember, you can follow along by downloading the file, But for some of these data visualizations, it's better to see that change over time by using some of your own data. What this allows you to do is you can kind of compare this to a line chart. We'll move this off to the side. And if we were to create a new chart and create a line chart and bring in those same axes, first thing we would do is from the x-axis, we would bring in the physical quarter. Then from the y-axis, we would bring in from sales the total sales. And we would see on a line chart that would start to go up, but we wouldn't really know where the breakdown is coming from those sales, whether we wanted to see by country, by region, by some of the different territory breakdowns that we could do. So this just kind of compares. You see that your total sales by quarter have increased in 2020, and you can see the breakdown by using the legend that Europe is contributing to those total sales, adding up to 100%. So it's new in April 2024. It's the 100% stacked area chart added into Power BI. Remember, share, like, and subscribe as we continue to learn Power BI and data visualizations, the new 100% stacked area chart in Power BI added in April of 2024.